Okay, so we're back on Arabia again with the same two players as the first game from the stream. It's Mr. Yo versus Miguel. Mr. Yo in blue, but here we have Miguel in red as the Polish, who are obviously interesting cavalry civ, which I don't think the meta has really been worked out for them completely, but they can go into a lot of different things. They seem to be quite heavily favored by Vinchester, who I saw him playing them on the Masters of Socotra game he played today. Yeah, no spoilers. I won't say what stage it's at. Yeah. So, says Miguel. He was very inquisitive in the last match. He just asked Mr. Yo what he was going for, and Mr. Yo, well, he didn't. I won't say he lied, but there was some gamesmanship going on with what his reply was. But yeah, maybe you can check the VOD out if you want to see that. The game didn't last very long. That's for sure. Okay, Mr. Yo, on the other hand, is in a familiar civ. We've seen him play many times on this stream in the Aztecs, which are just super strong, all in eagle kind of civ. And going all in eagle seems to be pretty decent against archer civs, but against cavalry civs, especially if Miguel gets Schlachka privileges, which makes the knights cheaper, then yeah, we could see eagle spam versus knight spam, and there's only going to be one winner there. It's the knights. Anyway, so in terms of counters, the Aztecs do get pike, and they're able to, whatever, create them faster. That's one of their bonuses, right? But they don't get help. And then kind of on the opposite side for Miguel with the Polish, they do get Cavalier, and they are going to be cheaper with Schlachka privileges. 60% less gold, right? But they don't get Paladin. Right, so neither of these two with like crazy, well actually let's tell a lie. I think if this game goes on longer, the Aztecs are just going to crush. I think Polish, you need to get the game over kinda early, honestly. At least not into late imp, because then I think you just get crushed. But they do have a lot of interesting bonuses for attacking early. For instance, as they collect stone, they collect gold. So for every 20 stone they collect 10 gold as well, which makes tower rushing quite decent for them. Like you can tower rush in feudal age, put a bunch of villagers on stone, and then still end up being able to click up to castle age later on anyway. They also have these folwarks, which are these, I think they count as population space as well, but they're like super farms, or super mills, let's say. Every farm you place around them will return immediately half of its food value, so their eco is just crazy. So they're very strong early on, very strong cavalry civ. Heard them called the Goths of cavalry, except the units aren't that strong. And yeah, we might even see the Obu. I think what could be nice is if Miguel just tries to hold on somehow until castle age, gets a castle up, goes for Slachka privileges, maybe get some Obu out on the field, because I think Obu will, in enough numbers, be able to do okay against eagles. Do they get champion, the Poles? Yes, they do. So you can always go champion, which just counters all the infantry from Mr. Yo. Mr. Yo can go champion as well, I believe. So yeah, if it turns into a champion war, then not so sure. But then, of course, Miguel can go into his Cavalier, which will do okay there. So yeah, going to be interesting to see how this works out. Obviously, Aztecs can go archers, also pretty decent archers. They don't get the last armor upgrade, they don't get thumb ring, but like into castle age, crossbows are going to do completely fine. So maybe we're going to see Mr. Yo go for that instead, as we see a barracks coming up at a pretty normal time. No, this is going to be men-at-arms aggression, it looks like. So we're seeing the barracks going up before he's clicked up to feudal, which means he's going to get up to feudal, produce some militia in the meantime, and then send them across the map. And once he clicks up, he is going to upgrade them to men-at-arms. Yeah, and then over for Miguel, who we saw with some aggression, which I missed actually until it had already arrived in Mr. Yo's base. It's just playing standard. Playing completely standard. Has this safe stone at the back, which again, Poles is just super good. but has this exposed gold, and his other golds are, well, I like this gold. I like this, honestly. It's a nice TC spot for later on in the game. You're close to more wood. And this little area in here, if you could get a wall, this like whole little nook with extra stone could be quite nice for some full works. You could defend that easily with a castle maybe later on if it comes to it. So yeah, very nice. As we see Mr. Yo just hanging around here, sees these two, Miguel hanging around here with his scouts, sees the two villas on gold, will know all about the men-at-arms aggression that is coming. Obviously these players know how to read the game. Yeah, and then just like sensed that they were coming, and then yeah, oh, what happened here? Eagle trying to attack. Yeah, so we're seeing walls from Miguel. So he's just going to try and wall towards his TC, which I like. Again, probably can only do this because of the poles. Doesn't care that his gold is forward. Needs to get more walls in though, and the Eagle is going to be gowling around now trying to slow this down. There's a big hole here. I mean, passing by here, I think just a house here would kind of save him, honestly. Yeah, he sees this now, so he needs to wall here. Like, he can sneak in here. Yeah. House? Yeah, perfect. Perfect, so now he's pretty safe, so I actually like this quite a lot. And yeah, Mr. Yo going for the men-at-arms upgrade. Maybe could have considered cancelling that, because I'm not sure how much damage he's going to get. As I say that, he's probably going to try and take out the stable, and is now bringing some spears across, which is something else I really, really like. Backing up men-at-arms with spears is fantastic. So we'll see how Miguel responds to this. Yo clicked attack on this, so he's going to actually lose a man-at-arm, or most of a man-at-arm, for free. And yeah, we're going to see continued micro back and forth. Maybe, okay, that's nice from Miguel, I like that. Yeah, where's the spear for Mr. Yo? Needs to come across faster, so there's two here. So if Mr. Yo wants to try and clean this, mixing up the players. The colors were different in the last game, I think. If Miguel wants to clean this up, he had better do it now. And yeah, wants to attack from the hill, getting some good damage in here on the Eagle. So yeah, I like this. Run away micro. Okay, nice play there. Two of these guys are very weak, but yeah. We'll see how Miguel tries to deal with the rest of these guys. Obviously doesn't want to lose his stable, but I think this is sloppy now. As Mr. Yo comes over, this scout should go down. Ugh, okay. Wall in this villager maybe? If he walls in this vill, it will be quite nice. He can just repair all day. Mr. Yo is now housed and will be adding some archers on the back. Miguel deciding just to not do anything with these scouts. I think he should be in Mr. Yo's base, trying to attack. Mr. Yo kind of guarding himself there. Let's talk a bit about Mr. Yo's base, honestly. He has this, he's idle, actually no, let's go watch the watch the action. As you see a spear come out, which I like, so the spear went down. I think that was some nice micro from Miguel, didn't lose any scouts. Actually lost 2 scouts. But yeah, 2 full HP, 2 not very full HP. And yeah, these should be now sent across the map. Mr. Yo had some archers and is going to send them out with a spear. Yeah, I was actually thinking maybe he'll just keep them at home and wait and just defend with them. But it depends what Miguel is going to do, and Miguel is going to come over with his scouts. So yeah, it'll come down to who has better micro, who's going to notice what. Scouts can very easily go down here. Yeah. So now it's down to 3, and I think Mr. Yo will feel a bit more confident about pushing across the map with these archers now. House coming up here, so an interesting walling situation here. He is still quite safe. He is on stone now. So whether that's because he thinks he needs to go tower defense or just because it's safer to get the gold that way, I don't really know. Miguel is still adding scouts. I'm not sure how wise that is. As we do see a watchtower coming up here, so he wants to protect his stone here. I like this. This is one place where he is vulnerable. He's also vulnerable here, but realistically all of these villas can be just brought over here, and it will be less efficient, but whatever. Anyway, it's not going to matter because the army from Mr. Yo is not coming here. And yeah, Miguel's safe. Adding, that was his last, I think. That's going to be his last scout that he's adding. Is he going to try to take an engagement here? Goes in against the spear, loses the weak scout, keeps this weak scout at the back. Oh, the pathing is not ideal. Scouts are not attacking. Archers getting good value, but yeah. This will probably all be cleaned up. I think everyone's going to end up without much, honestly. So we see some micro weak scouts. No, everything is weak here. No, target the weak ones, Miguel. Okay. In the end, it's going to be... Yeah, that's how close it was. A scout with 7 HP. Is that 17 or... Yeah, no, 7. I can't read. Or C, apparently. Yeah, actually no, 2 very weak scouts, and that's all it is. And the villagers out here are going to wall. So Mr. Yo gonna build his nice walls, and we'll see what he goes for. Whether he'll double down into archers, or think about doing his eagle switch. But yeah, diminishing returns with the eagle switch. Maybe just think about going spears with your archers, and then, I don't know, figure something out later on. Aztecs also get crazy strong monks, which is something I should have mentioned early on. So maybe he's just gonna go full monk clown style. Miguel doing a very smart thing now, and just scouting the rest of the map with his scouts. So really nice. These guys are weak. They're not going to get any damage in the base of Mr. Yo. So just making use of them. Really, really nice play there. Something that people should do more of. As we see the blacksmith and market now coming up for Miguel as he gets ready to go up to his... What? He's already in the castellation, right? He had the building. So of course. So yeah, getting the market also, which is kind of interesting. Normally you'll see people just going for the blacksmith, but yeah, he's completely safe now. Lock down this area with these buildings, which won't basically go down, and the towers here obviously, and yeah. Mr. Yo running in here with archers, probably not going to happen. So yeah, Miguel will be feeling pretty safe. The score is in his favor. Let's look at Mr. Yo's Castle Age progression. He is just a tiny bit behind. And we can look at his queue now and see that he is just going to double down on archers. Yeah. So it might be Archer Monk. Archer Monk defense. He's not completely walled. And this is vulnerable, right? This palisade is very vulnerable to knights. Also, there's holes here, which he should have noticed, honestly. He saw his units moving around. As we see some moonwalking. Oh my goodness. From Mr. Spearman here. So some slick moves. Yeah. As we have more scouts running around. Yeah, just scouting. So good play by both players, just equal trades, everyone up to Castle Age around the same time. In terms of villagers, Miguel with 1 more villager. So I guess that's idle TC time. Mr. Yo certainly didn't lose a vill as far as I could tell. And we're seeing some fresh scouts coming across, and it's just passing. Could probably hop on these if he wanted. Yeah, deciding to jump on these is Miguel. So yeah, he's getting forging. Not going for the armor upgrade first, which is a bit strange. Oh, he's just going light cav. Okay, interesting. That is light cav, right? Yeah. And yeah, gonna want to take out this spear. So he's just gonna go light cav, and I kind of like that, honestly. It's gonna need something to deal with the monks, which will kind of be the obvious counter that Mr. Yo will go for. So Mr. Yo's going to have to change his mind now. We're going to see what he's going for. He's going for a monastery anyway. It's definitely worth it with the Aztecs. They get extra gold from their monasteries as a whole here. Mr. Yo needs to notice that. Hopefully he doesn't pay for that later on. As we see these light cav come across, anything special about the light cav here? He does get winged hussar, which are stronger than normal hussar, but he doesn't get that until... okay, Lechitic Legacy. Light cav deal trample damage. So maybe just wants to go full light cav. Hey man, I'm good. How are you? Welcome to the stream. As we see, light cav just running through this hole that Mr. Yo left there, and he knew it was there because we saw the spearman moonwalking through it earlier. Light cav probably going to take some damage here. Yeah, has the first armor upgrade, and Mr. Yo just going for some nice walls behind here. Here comes the TC. And yeah, same as last game, like, god damn it, Miguel, like, just wall properly. Okay, so the archers will do well against the light cav, but the problem is that Mr. Yo can't stay with light cav the whole game, or can't stay with archers the whole game, because he doesn't get arbalest. Whereas the light cav, which will eventually become winged hussar with their different upgrades, can be a very powerful unit for Miguel throughout the whole game. Yeah, and he's just spamming in more light cav. There's still, oh no, the hole was plugged. So now we can't get in, but yeah, we'll just be as annoying as possible with these guys. Just has 1 HP left. But yeah, let's see how this goes. Yeah, these 4 light cav feeling a bit underwhelming now. I like the move from Miguel, honestly, to go for light cab, not straight into knights. He does have his castle up, so maybe thinking about Aoe2, which will again counter, I think, most of the infantry options from Mr. Yo. So let's see how it goes. The light cab go down, I think. Is that all of them? Yeah. Light cab go down. So now we might see the crossbow moving out across the map. But again, they're going to be quite vulnerable if there's any amount of light cav here. Light cav actually do pretty okay against crossbow. Obviously, if the crossbow get enough numbers, they can one-shot because the light cav don't have as much armor as the knights. As we see the monks trying to get some conversions, but yeah. Not going to have as much luck as he would have had against knights. But look, there you go. And yeah, he's just doubling down on light cav production. Mr. Yo can... Oh wow, he's going for a castle drop. Okay, interesting. Yeah, Monk's not going to cut it here, honestly. Maybe just wants to drag these guys away. Do it. One light cav. Yeah, okay. He decides against this castle. Would have been a pretty brutal castle on these two archery ranges and on the TC, but decides against it. Villagers should get away. But now a scary amount of crossbow, which should be able to do a lot of work against light cav, honestly. Especially if he gets ballistics. But again, if he gets ballistics, he's upgrading units which aren't going to serve him later on. So let's see what he goes for in the end. As we just see tripling down on the light cav. Light cav should really go down here. Monk will be able to heal. Yeah. The light cav line, definitely the strongest... strongest trash unit, in my opinion. Hussar can win games, but skirmishers rarely win games. Neither do helps for that instance. Anyway, we see this castle coming up a bit further back than before, and yeah, Miguel just going to throw light cav into this to buy enough time for his castle to go up. I think it will be enough time, right? Yeah, should be fine. 70%, but... Okay, Mr. Yo's gonna let it... Oh, Mr. Yo might not actually see that. No, he does. I think as long as it's not on his face, Mr. Yo isn't going to care too much. As we look at his resources, just going for monks and booming. This is all open here, so yeah. I think Miguel can just try clicking in maybe, and he's gonna, you know, it's gonna be okay. But lots of safe wood back here. No reason for Mr. Yo. He's seen it, okay. But these should all move. These should all get out of dodge and move back to this back wood line. Another TC here could be very nice going forward, but already has 3. Already has 3, is doubling down on the production of crossbow, now has enough spears that he can probably justify upgrading to pikeman. Whereas Miguel at home, as far as I can tell, he just has 2 TCs. Did get a TC out here, which we were mentioning before. This nice little protected area where he has the natural wall with the wood. Has a castle up here as well, so yeah. Polish. Doubt is happy? Yeah. For sure, for sure. Schlachka privileges coming in, so this is for the night line being cheaper. But yeah. Man, if this castle had gone up, I think it was GG. But it's gonna be interesting to see what how Miguel deals with this now and how Yo deals with it. Like the knights. I feel like the knights are kind of playing into Mr. Yo's hands a bit, honestly. Because the monks, obviously, are monks to convert them. But also now he has pikes. He has enough crossbow now that they're going to do okay. And later on, he'll just upgrade them to Cavalier. And yeah, I don't know. He's adding some siege now, which might be the way to go. If he wipes up these crossbow numbers, then it can be okay. I would like to see him continue to harass the houses. Like, he should use his mobility, right? He doesn't want to let Mr. Yo build up like a big unstoppable army with the pikes and just push across the map here. But I guess he can't really do that until Castle Age, so maybe we'll see Mr. Yo go for some siege as well. But no, he's just doubling down on the monastery. I think he's just circling around to stop Mr. Yo from getting the relics, honestly. As we see a mangonel coming in from this hill, so... Interesting stuff so far. I feel like it's... Like, Miguel is ahead, right? I think he kind of got the better trades early on. But yeah. I feel he's playing into Mr. Yo's hands here, or maybe we're just seeing like a natural civ advantage for the Aztecs, but let's see. Let's see. Maybe the Winged Hussar, which with the... what's it called again? Lechitic Legacy, where they do trample damage. maybe that's going to be enough in the Castle Age to deal with the pikes, because the Aztecs don't get halves. See these guys run in? Oh, maybe he could have just run through there. The gate was open. If he had gotten in there, there was some exposed eco, but chose to run back. He's going to fight here. This is a lot of knights. This is a lot of knights. As you see, more knights get queued now. Gonna try and mop this up. It's gonna be diminishing returns though. Has the 2 armor upgrades. These pikes, just the 1 armor. So yeah, good fight there. Choosing to take that fight, we see by the corpse numbers that that was a decent trade. Lots of these guys are weak. Would like to see a monk out for Miguel as well, if for nothing else, to take their relics away from Mr. Yo. Mr. Yo now using this converted light cap to scout the rest of the map. Mr. Yo, how many relics did he get? So we see more action coming on here, and this castle going up for Mr. Yo. So nice play. Adding, oh, he got redemption and he converted the siege. Brutal. Oh yeah, siege not the answer, because the monks have redemption. So yeah, Aztecs seem to be answering a lot of the questions here, but it might come down to techs, right? It might just come down to how powerful these cavalry are going to be later on in the game. Polish eco just crazy, and we see almost 40 farms for the Polish player. Yeah, he's doubling down on knights though and is going for rams. So we'll need... Oh, he cancelled the ram? Oh no, the ram is out, so maybe he's just going to try and bust through a house over here and then get in with his cavalry, but he could have got in. He was in underneath the gates, but anyway. So this army is completely out of position, and now he's sending the ram over here. So a little bluff there as we see Mr. Yo coming out to this gold, so that's going to be useful that there will be a bill here anyway. As we see, yeah, not going to get in here. Mr. Yo house walling behind, so good play there. Is electing to take a fight here on the hill. Not a huge fan of this. God, it's just so... Ugh. Like, is he gonna take a fight now against the crossbow? Forcing Mr. Yo to micro, so Mr. Yo obviously doesn't feel like it's a given that he's gonna win that, so he's forcing APM there. Also, it's very distracting as we see the ram begin to go to work. Mr. Yo with another castle here, very defensive, just locking down this area. Maybe would have preferred that a bit close, maybe on this hill to protect this gold. Anyway, the ram doing work, and I'm not sure if Mr. Yo has noticed that. I think all of that army, did it run away? No, this is all fresh. This is crazy production. So yeah, he's just gonna run in and try and snowball here. He's just trying to keep this damage going. Is it open? Is it open? Is it open? No, and now he's caught. These guys need to start fighting now. They're kind of on a hill slash not on a hill. Monks, just start converting. Come on. Why are they healing? They don't have monk juice? I don't know. Seems like Mr. Yo, bit of a misplay there. Who's up? Mr. Yo is up. Crazy, crazy stuff. So Mr. Yo up to the Imperial Age. Going for Trebs. He's going to just, I guess, sit here with Trebs and Treb some of these production buildings down. How does this ram getting on? It's in range of the castle, no. So the castle coming in clutch at the end will stop this ram from breaking through. But yeah, might not have been able to get much damage there anyway, as we see another TC coming out here for Mr. Yo. So just expanding his eco, and Mr. Yo is now taking the score lead, and he's getting the final infantry armor upgrade. So I'm going to switch over to Miguel's point of view to see what he is doing. And it looks like he's just deciding to double down on knight production. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stable knight production. Only with the poles, but he has 43 farms. And those are around full work, so each time he makes a new farm, he's going to get a big bump of food straight away. Yeah, so maybe he wants to think about clicking up though. Or maybe he's thinking the same as we were saying earlier, and that the pikes aren't going to get so much better. Oh my god. Look how many goddamn knights that is. That's going to clean. Oh my goodness, the pikes don't even try to fight. Okay, they take a hill and then try to fight, but just watch the blue disappear. This production is just ridiculous. And like, it's not crazy that he could probably think about going up. Some conversions coming in, but it's not going to be enough. Like, look how many there are. And he can just swarm here, I think, just with this knight production. Not costing as much gold. Still has a ton of stone in the bank, and maybe think about selling some of that and clicking up, honestly. I think if he idles production or just stops queuing for 1 second and then sells some of his stone, he can actually click up. But yeah, trying to end this now, which we were actually saying at the start that if it goes late, I would favor the Aztecs. But yeah, maybe this is going to be enough. Like Goths, but with cavalry, right? This is what people are calling the. This is what people are calling the Poles. Crazy stuff. Okay, and they're in. So this is going to be a nightmare. All of that army got cleaned up for Mr. Yo. Let's look at the military count. 29 for Miguel, 8 for Mr. Yo. So yeah, these knights are just gonna run riot in here. My god, and there's just more knights running in. Look at the production. Okay, now he's getting fletching. Okay, to make his castles better somehow. But yeah, Mr. Yo lost so much, and it's gonna take him a long time. He's just building these TCs for safety, I think, more so than build production. Although at the rate that Miguel is killing villagers, I think, well, Yo still has 120 vills, but his eco is safe now. So after this crazy stuff with the knights, how can Mr. Yo kind of settle down and try and get some more damage in? Or not get more damage in, but how can he, like, win the game? How can he come back, basically? He has the score lead, but it feels like Miguel just has all the momentum and obviously crazy production. I think Miguel... okay, this is all exposed, but now there's enough spears back here. This is as good as these are going to get. Like, the Aztecs don't get help. So yeah, this is as good as it gets. So we're going to see what kind of trades the Knights can take here. But yeah, you almost feel like the production is just so crazy that he can just go Knights the whole game and win against Aztecs, honestly. So we see more villas are going to go down here. Gonna keep an eye on the villager count. Mr. Yo, look at the queue! How many knights is that? 5 times 6 is 30. Yeah, as we see Mr. Yo now just going for full pike production. So yeah, he's gonna be taking better and better trades against Miguel. But if Miguel can keep better, like, spam of knights than Mr. Yo can do of his spears, then I don't know. Eventually the Poles have to run out of gold, but they get gold from stone, so I don't know. And he hasn't taken any of this extra gold, which he knows is there, and just going for more. It's just, yeah, crazy. So, is Miguel going to click up? I think he needs to now, honestly. I think he should just click up. He needs to get some more houses down. This castle will help him out, but man, needs to keep these pike numbers down, so I think he should take good fights when he can. Like right now is a good fight, while these are low numbers. Mr. Yo now just waiting for these guys to come. Maybe if he get this hill. Ugh, Jesus. Okay, now he's clicked up, so maybe he doesn't want to throw away this ball of knights just yet. Maybe he wants to keep these guys alive, keep Mr. Yo moving. Like, you could try attacking this wall over here or up at the top. Just keep Mr. Yo's army occupied. Definitely doesn't want to take any fights before he gets into his cavalier. He's now adding Aoe2, which is really what I think he should have gone for a bit earlier. I was mentioning it that it pretty much could counter all of the infantry from Mr. Yo. But some traps coming out now, and I think what Miguel is going to do is just try and keep this up. Try and keep this up until Castle Age, or until Imperial Age, get enough Aoe2s out, get the armor upgrades for his cav, upgrade them to Cavalier, take another big fight in the middle, and then it might be GG, honestly. Yeah, so he's doing the right thing here, trying to, is he in? No. Good walling behind from Mr. Yo, but good play from Miguel trying to distract. Mr. Yo getting more and more of a score lead, but I think it's going to flip around, honestly. Hasn't been able to expand his eco. He's been stuck at 120 for a while. Has he stopped making bills? Not really. He's getting Garland Wars? Okay, I like that. Garland Wars, +4 infantry attack, so that's definitely going to help out. So he might not be as might not be as screwed as I thought. Not that he was screwed, but Garland Wars in the back pocket. Taking a fight now. I don't like this. He has a big production going, but wait for your upgrades, man. Maybe just really wants to stop this castle going up. Okay, the Aoe2 will do work for sure. And I don't think eagles can. I don't think eagles can help here at all. Obviously, I don't think they even do well against the Aoe2. They certainly don't do well against the cav. Where is that Cavalier upgrade? Where are the upgrades for the Cav? Okay, obviously there's just craziness happening here, so he's not too focused on that right now. Wants to just focus on taking out the Trebs. Should get all of the Trebs down. Yeah, Cavalier upgrade essential, I think. Or maybe Elite Obu and just go full Obu, but I don't know. Let's see, how many knights did he lose there? A lot. He lost a lot of knights. He can now build up another force again, but come on. Elite Obu, okay. I think that makes more sense. Obu will do much better against these guys than Knights will, so maybe just wants to cut production of the Knights, upgrade to Cavalier, and just use them for raiding. Just keep this army moving around, and then, yeah, get into a Treb war, and what can Mr. Yo go for now, honestly, to try and counter this? I'm really not sure. Jaguar warriors against the Obu. I have never seen that pairing, but yeah, Jaguar warriors cute. Amazing. So it's gonna be unique infantry versus unique infantry, and the Jaguar warriors have like a bonus against other infantry, right? So they might do the job, but they will get shredded by the cavalry. So we're gonna see. Look how many he suddenly has. Out of nowhere. This is a ridiculous match. I really don't know who is going to take this, as the pikes are around chasing the knights being used to raid. I like this from Miguel. As we see Jaguars coming in the middle. These are elite as well. 12 plus 8 with Garland Ward. Oh my goodness. Mr. Yo might just win this with Jags. Wow, wow, wow. See the Obu here now. Obu obviously better in bigger numbers, but again it's a double gold composition from Miguel against just single gold composition from Yo, so I'm not so sure about which way this is going to go. Look at the spam though, 3 castles. He needs to keep his castles up for the Jag production, needs to send these Jags forward. And yeah, I'm not sure who's taking the better trades here. That noise that the Jaguars make is just ridiculous. Who called it GG? Miguel. Wow. Was he that stretched? Still had a great eco. Maybe realized that he couldn't counter the Jags. What a crazy game. Oh my goodness. This is why we watch the top guys, for games like that. Wow. Wow, 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 what a game. What happened? That was so many knights. I don't know how Mr. Yo, I mean he made the counter, but he got in with the knights. Mr. Yo got production, he just spread around and made more town centers guarded. And then, but like, did he have Jaguars in his head the whole time, or did he realize it as late as I did? Maybe wanted Garland Wars first. Maybe if I'd been focused on Mr. Yo's Q, I would have seen the Jags. But yeah, massive style points, massive just yeah, points in general. That was an incredible game. Wow. What's the timeline like? Yeah, Mr. Yo kind of always ahead. Questioning the later imp from Miguel. I think he had enough of a good enough eco to click up a bit earlier, but just chose not to. So maybe that's a questionable decision. If he had got to Cavalier early, and he threw away that big ball of knights just before imp as well. Like imagine he had 50 Cavalier, maybe he could have swarmed then. Honestly, maybe he could have swarmed then. Wasted a lot of his knights. Had crazy production. Yeah. This decision here to go later with him maybe cost him, but I don't know. Look, it was it was a cool game, very close KD. So yeah, really nice, really nice. Tough one to call.